Well, jurors in the Alec Murdaugh double murder trial will hear additional evidence of the September 2021 roadside shooting. That's going to be happening today. This is where the disbarred attorney was shot in an alleged insurance fraud scheme. The presiding judge, Clifton Newman, initially ruled that this evidence was not going to be admissible, but he later yesterday reversed that decision. Nick Neville is outside the Colleton County Courthouse with more on this development and what we can expect. Nick?
Yes, Dondi. So Judge Newman ruled yesterday that the defense opened the door for further questions regarding this roadside shooting incident when defense attorney Jim Griffin asked the lead investigator on the murder case, David Owen, about the relationship between Murdaugh and Curtis Eddie Smith, who was involved in that roadside shooting incident. Griffin was asking Owen whether or not investigators looked into the possibility of Smith as a suspect for the murders. Now, for some background on this roadside shooting incident, Murdaugh was shot along a Hampton County road on September 3rd of 2021. He had initially said that he was shot by an unknown assailant, but Murdaugh later admitted to arranging the shooting as a suicide for hire attempt so that his surviving son Buster could receive $10 million in life insurance money. Jim Griffin arguing this morning that his questions to David Owen, the lead investigator yesterday, did not open the door for further testimony on the roadside shooting. He says this goes more towards Alec Murdaugh's financial crimes. Defense is arguing that this should not be admitted as evidence, also because the shooting happened nearly 3 months after the murders. Lead prosecutor Creighton Waters says he didn't intend to introduce a great deal of evidence related to this incident, but feels it's important to show the jury an interview Murdaugh had with law enforcement while he's in the hospital that showed he lied about Curtis Smith's involvement here, which essentially, prosecutors say, shows a pattern of lying to law enforcement. Judge Newman this morning standing by his decision yesterday afternoon. Take a listen.
Made it clear that the roadside shooting was a bridge too far. Then the defense decided to build a road over that bridge, decided to just go right there as if they could dance through fire without getting burned, scarred, or anything.
Testimony from a crime scene expert who is going into graphic detail about the wounds that Maggie and Paul suffered. Much of this testimony tracks with the testimony we heard earlier this week from Dr. Ellen Reimer. She is the person who conducted the autopsies of Maggie and Paul. One key takeaway that we just learned a few moments ago, a tire track found along Maggie's calf was likely from an ATV found near her body. This crime scene expert testifying that it's unlikely, and he found no evidence that Maggie had been run over. We're, of course, going to continue to follow this testimony, but for now, we'll send it back to you. Reporting in Walterboro, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.
Neville, thank you so much. And you can go to WISTV.com. We are streaming the trial every day. You can also download the WIS News app or watch it live on our streaming channels, YouTube, Roku, and Fire TV.